time to take our two-dimensional orthogonal view of our drink carton and make a three-dimensional one. So it's going to look something like this. This is an isometric drawing. So we start with the front corner and our lines are going back at 30 degrees on both sides, and the lines all remain parallel. It's a paraline drawing, and I'm going to set my page up so it just makes that a bit easier to work with. So at the moment it's A3 portrait, and I want to make it landscape. So I'll do that, which means this artboard tool down here, and then I click on landscape. Now the artboard's how I want it. I need to deselect and click on the selection tool, but my drawing's too big. So in order to scale it so that the line weight doesn't stay the same but scales in proportion with the rest of the drawing, I go Edit, Preferences, General, and make sure Scale, Strokes and Effects is checked. That's that bottom one there. Hit OK, so that when I right click on that object or drawing, I go Transform, Scale, and I'm going to make it 70%. This will enable me to have, I'm just going to hold Shift and that left cursor just to reposition it over here. I'll be able to have these visible while I'm working on other parts of the drawing. So I'm going to lock that layer, I'm going to duplicate it, turn the bottom one off, the visibility, so I can't see it, and I'm going to rename this one Isometric. And while I'm at it, I'm going to save the file as a different file, File, Save As. If it was called Orthogonal before, we'll name it Isometric Drink Carton _ your name and hit Save. Alright, and hit OK there. Now we're going to use parts of this drawing to create our 3D version. So firstly, using Selection Tool, V on your keyboard, I'm going to hold down Alt and duplicate 1, 2 of those. Right click on the first one, Transform, and I'm going to go Shear, and as you can see the dialog box pops up. I can hit Preview so it will tell us how it's going to look. I want it at 30 degrees and I want it vertically. As you can see, the one on the right is doing the opposite of what I want it to do, so I'm going to make that -30 and hit OK. Now I'm going to select the one on the left and say right click, it's not letting me do it, deselect first and try again. Here we go, Transform, Shear, and I'm making it 30 degrees. Can hopefully see that it's going to be right. Hit OK. And what I want to do is take the corner anchor and line it up with the other one so it's precisely where I want it. Now I'm going to duplicate this holding down Alt, and I'm going to shear this one. So right click, Transform, Shear, and this is going to give me a center point. So I'm going to hit OK. Alright, as you can see, when it's selected, the center point is visible, so I'm going to use that. I'm just going to draw a line. I might use the line segment tool. I just want to mark where that point is, and then I need my line to be finishing at the same height as that part. I'm going to delete the rest of it, and I'm going to use the pen tool, which is P on your keyboard, and draw between these points. I'm actually going to zoom in and I'll show you why. as I'm drawing, it's taking those anchors and it's joining them to the other object. So what I want to do is create the shape first, a three-sided shape, not touching anything. Make sure that it encloses properly at that. Didn't work. Okay, there it is. Now I need to then use direct selection tool to grab the anchors, drag them exactly onto the points I want them on. This one I drag here. Oops, it's dragging the whole shape. I want just the anchor. I can move that out of position now. Delete this part. Select it again and position it right in the correct spot. That's given us the correct height and the correct angle for this top part of our container. So I've just duplicated one. Put that in position. If you don't want these little corners sticking out over the edge, you can select all the lines and go to the stroke tool, which is here. There's an arrow to the left of it which enables you to go through the options, and on the corner option, the second one, enables us to round those corners off. Alright, this is looking promising. We need to now create enclosed shapes. I'm going to do it quickly like this. Just draw two quick rectangles, use the direct selection tool and drag each of the anchors into the position that I want them. And the same for this shape. You could draw with the pen tool using those anchors as reference. Sometimes I find it actually picks the anchor up and puts it in the wrong position, so drag it clear and then drop it on the exact position that you want. It's always a handy undo tool which can help us. As you can see there, they're not quite aligned. So you should be able to judge not just with the tools, it tells you when it's on anchor, so it says anchor. That looks much better. The last thing is this section. So I'll need one of those and I'll need one of these. Firstly this. Let's right click on it, transform, shear, and we want it at -30. That looks good. This one, however, we want on the other angle, even though it's very small, transform, shear, +30. Looks right. Line the center of that with the center of the top. I need to right click and bring it to the front. Arrange, bring to front, because it was not visible, it was sitting behind the other objects. Now this one, I need to place it and right click, arrange, bring to front. That looks good. And this time I'm going to put the other one directly on that place. Let's zoom in so we've got some more control. Not quite there. Drag it so it says anchor, then release it. Alright. Now, using direct selection, I should be able to grab this edge. That's not allowing it. I need to grab, direct selection is A on the keyboard, or it's this second arrow up here. I'm selecting, holding shift, so click on one, hold shift, click on the other. As you can see, I can move both anchors at the same time. The nice thing about this is I can drag them down onto that other anchor, which I'll have to do nice and close up. while they're still selected. There it is. And I want to select those paths. As you can see, it's not quite lined up, so I'm going to round the corners first. Select both this anchor and then go over here. Select that one, drag it off and drag it back into place. Nearly there. That looks better. There's our completed carton. The next step will be to actually put a design on those surfaces.